What's up, folks? It's Frank and Dex. Hope you're all having a great day. How's it going, Dex?
It's going good, my man. Going good. Good to be here.
You know what this is?
Today's Thursday.
No. This. What this is?
Clue me in.
This is
I'm Patrick Star right now.
This is PulseWave Surfers. PulseWave Surfers. Number 2.
And I'm
number 2. Number 2 is the episode. It's not part of the official title.
Well, I'm Patrick Star, the Algo Capitalist.
Patrick Star. What is that?
I feel today. And I have no idea why.
We'll pull you out of it. I was feeling that way too, and then we went live, and it's like you got to be alive when you go live. Especially we got Bill Murray talking for me every time I talk. Bill Murray's head glows. I mean, that's amazing.
I have to give you props for that. Give you props for that.
So welcome, folks. This person called me Frankie. I forgive you. I love you, whoever you are. Nice to see you guys. Chris is here. Thank you, Danny, for the compliment on the intro. I used to have really cool video intros, and then we changed brands and everything, and I have to redo all the graphics, and it's just low on my list. So now I'll give me and Dex a second to settle in our chairs and just play some instrumental. But that's our music. Copyright, Frank. PulseWave Trading. Sponge Frank Square. Okay. Thank you. What's up, Mark? Good to see Mark. Well, I think the first time me and V ever went live, he referred to me as Frankie, and I just wanted to scream. I hate being called Frankie. Anyway, this is PulseWave Surfers. We're going to take a look at the markets. We've got Bitcoin ready to go. We'll probably look at the Dow, and then we'll take your requests and just see what's going on. So let's do it. That's until Dex gets kicked out of his house or whatever's happening today. I
got the workers coming.
You got the contractor coming, right?
Yep. Once every 2 weeks they come, and there's no set time. They just ring your doorbell.
Why? Once
when
every
they
2
do,
weeks?
we got to roll out.
I don't want to get into your business here on this live YouTube broadcast, but what is that about? You can tell me later.
Well, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, right?
Oh, these are people who are cleaning your house?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were. I assumed you were having construction done. I don't know why I assumed that.
Nah, I always have people coming in and out. Yeah,
okay.
I always have people come in and out. Yesterday was the plumber's turn. Today is the cleaner's turn.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, cool. I was totally misunderstanding the whole thing.
Yeah.
So sounds good, buddy.
And then my parole officer may stop by today. So
yeah.
I'm over here drinking a lot of water, for the urinalysis.
Trying to cleanse the system.
Yeah, because I don't want to, get violated.
Offer him a little money, offer him a little weed. Parole officer will leave you alone.
Well, I tried that and it didn't work.
Well, is this gonna work?
I'm awake now.
Bitcoin. Let me get rid of these overlays. So Dex, let's look at Bitcoin to start. We love our Bitcoin here at PulseWaveTrading.com. By the way, tomorrow's webinar, we're talking about Elliott Wave.
Tomorrow is Friday already.
PulseWaveTrading.com. PulseWaveTrading.com. Let me see. Can I share? I can. Let me PulseWaveTrading.com. I renamed a few things. Yeah, Friday came quick and came hard. Go to live education. Look at that. Trigger-based trading. That's our new slogan. Do you love that, Dex? Live education. Register for our live education tomorrow. We're going to talk about Elliott Wave. Look, you have almost exactly a day and 12 minutes. So register for that, and you'll be able to watch all our live education events in the future. But now we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Link is in the description. So let's look at this, man. It's doing what you said it was going to do. Shocker. You still there, buddy? Did you mute yourself? He's gone. He's completely gone. I'm here totally alone on the internet. Well, I could tell you this while I wait for him to come back. He's probably talking into his microphone, all confused. This is doing exactly what Dex said it was going to do. It's been building a floor. Let's see if he agrees with what I just said. It's building a floor, and you've got it. It's below the Kumo cloud on the daily, so that's a little bit that's going to have some resistance there, and it's also a little bit bullish. So let me see if we can get Dex back. Oh my goodness, he leaves me high and dry. He's been having some brownouts in his area, so he may have gotten kicked off. So what's going on with you in the live audience? Let's see what the comments are today. Can we look at Tezos? We can. I don't have anything intelligence to say because I'm just the guy that, does other stuff. Dex is the trader. You want to look at Cryptomatic. Sounds like a crypto. It's a blockchain-based vacuum cleaner. The Cryptomatic, very powerful. And this is an example of blockchain solving problems we didn't have. And so that's what the Cryptomatic is. I'm being told by Dex that he texted me. He got a brownout. Let's see. He said he should be back in a couple seconds, and then we'll be good to go. So we should see him pop back in here any minute. So the Cryptomatic is a crypto-powered blockchain vacuum cleaner that you plug into your wall, and it's extremely powerful. Dex says he's almost back. All right, question from Mark Benjamin. Little abstract for Dex. He ain't here. V tends to say that everything's controlled, stock, crypto, Dow, etc. When will the recession hit? Retail, millennials, and baby boomers, 9-to-5 job or minimum wage. I don't know, man. No, cleaners didn't get there early. He had a freeze up on his system, so Dex is having a lot of technical issues. What's up with GLD? I don't know, Robert Smooth. Oh, here he is.
Back.
You waited.
Like
He's back.
My computer freezing on me lately.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I do apologize for that.
All right. Well, so here, let's take some questions. So, well, first off, we were looking at Bitcoin.
Yep, I need to tell you guys some things about that too. So thanks for reminding me.
I said a bunch of BS while you were gone about it. So go ahead.
Few things people need to be made aware of today. Today, the central banks are meeting in Jackson Hole to discuss economic outlook and forecasts and what they're going to do or not do to stimulate the stock market globally further. So that's a big deal. And then we had PMI numbers come out that were shabby. And we also had preliminary jobless claims that came out flat. And in addition to that, tomorrow we should hear more. Between today and tomorrow, we'll hear something out of this Jackson Hole meeting that could move markets. In addition to that, tomorrow's Take Back Friday. And you guys in the trading room know I myself personally normally do not put on new positions on Fridays. If anything, I'm looking to unwind profitable positions on Friday. I like taking money home over the weekend. That's just my strategy. In addition to that, we have China saying that if these tariffs go on any longer, they're going to be forced to retaliate in a very severe way. And I think you guys can read between the lines what that means. And that would probably mean dumping U.S. equities and U.S. bonds. So that is a lot and a mouthful to pack up. Also, they're talking about beyond trade wars, talking about retail wars, talking about Walmart and some other big retail names trying to compete against Amazon on the online retail space. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, they cannot. Walmart is not built like that. Walmart is limited to selling only their cheap made in China inventory. Amazon sells any and everything. All right. So you have companies selling their stuff exclusively on Amazon and individuals. If there's 6 billion people on the earth, think about how many people are using Amazon on a daily basis. It's so big that when they have these special sales and whatnot, that their servers crash. All right. Amazon is dipping its toe into just about everything. All right. Walmart is, the world's biggest retailer as far as physical building spaces go. But there's no way in the world they can give Amazon a run for their money.
Yeah, people don't realize how connected Amazon is to everything that you do.
Amazon is
Even just in
scary.
terms of hosting data, and they've got all kinds. They've got their like you said, their toes in everything.
As a matter of
They're
fact,
building rocket ships.
the government
They're
the
doing crazy
government
stuff.
is afraid of three companies. You ready?
Mm.
The government is afraid of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid of Amazon
And Google.
and Google.
Yeah. And they
That's
should be.
who the government's afraid of, because
And
those
they should
three
be.
companies alone, with market caps well in excess of $1 trillion, can can do a lot and have been doing a lot of things behind the
Yeah, no
scenes
joke.
that could take power away from the U.S. And those three companies could merge and become a country in and of themselves. And that is what the U.S. is afraid of. So that's why they've been talking about breaking up these three big tech companies, because they have so much power and so much money in reserves to do whatever they want, billions of dollars. So there's no way in the world, that Walmart will be able to compete against Amazon, because Amazon's not a brick and mortar traditional shop like Walmart is. Plus, Walmart only got as big as it did because it took a page out of Microsoft's playbook. They bullied their way to the top. It's like Microsoft did. Very gangster. For those of you that don't know, there was a lot of gangster stuff going on behind the scenes with Microsoft back in the 90s. They did some real crooked, shady stuff. And they ran a lot of mom and pop businesses out of business. All right. They didn't grow just because they had a superior product backed by superior pricing and superior customer service. That's not how they rose to the top. They rose to the top with gangsterism. All right. And lawyers and briefcases full of money. So that's how they took over the retail physical space as far as brick and mortar. Amazon didn't start off as a brick and mortar. They started off as an online retailer, if you will, for lack of a better word. So they don't have the overhead and the issues that a Walmart has. As a matter of fact, they started threatening Walmart by saying, we're going to open up some physical brick and mortar locations for people to shop at. And that frightened the retail community. So that's why they all kind of banded together to see what they could do to put a stop to this Amazon thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was scary. And it's funny because just a few years ago, retailers were doing the same thing about Walmart, because Walmart was trying to get into the banking arena. They still ended up getting into it, but in a pseudo kind of way. So they still weren't able to, to go full banking rights, but
Right.
they're able to do some kind of financial services in their supercenter stores.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people were afraid of them. The traditional banks were afraid of them. So they put a stop to Walmart being able to do that. However, people have not been so successful in putting a stop to Facebook or Google or Amazon. The only thing the only bullet that everyone had to come at the big three was through sicking the federal government on them.
Right.
And so they created a case, and now they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
legislate their way to stopping these big companies
Right.
from taking over. So that's where we are, folks. And yes, it has the markets all kind of confused. They don't know what to make of all these storylines. And it's anyone's guess how this is going to affect the markets moving forward. There's argument that recession is staring us right in the face in 2020. There was already talk this morning about a corporate earnings recession. So if we enter an earnings recession on Wall Street, that could also create a pure recession in the economy. Because what happens when banks don't lend? You have a credit crunch.
Mm.
What happens when companies don't hire? You have a recession.
This goes to a question Mark asked earlier. I'm going to post this for you. He said, I have a question, a little abstract for Dex. V tends to say that everything's controlled, stock, crypto, etc. When will the recession hit retail, millennials, and baby boomers, 9-to-5 job, minimum wage folks? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's already well, no, I can't say it's already affecting them. It's not. If I understand the question, they're asking when or not, but not how, right? When is it going to affect them?
Yeah, when?
Okay. Well, it's starting to threaten to do that right now with the yield curve inverting. That right there is the first sign, because now you're looking at a possibility of negative interest rates. That will hurt the elderly right away, because now their savings are going to take a big hit. So let's say, for instance, if you were used to getting, let's say, 2% interest in your money market account, and that interest goes from 2% to zero, you're done for, especially if you're using that 2% to live off of. So a lot of wealthier individuals, retired individuals, they live off their interest of their money. They don't live off the investments in the stock market. They live off the interest of their investments. So if they have a lot of money in dividend yielding stocks and equities, well, if those companies stop paying dividends altogether or lower those dividends significantly because of the earnings recession cycle, well, again, that's going to really hit the elderly hard and hit them immediately. Again, if you were living off the interest of your money, right, and you were able to live comfortable, any kind of an interest hit is going to affect you immediately,
Right.
as far as the baby boomers are concerned. But then we have another issue. We're at a weird part right now, folks. We have not been here before. Where we are, we've never been before. Even if you adjust things for inflation and take us back to the 1920s, it still can't compare to where we are now. All right, we're flirting with Dow 30,000. Never been there before. We're dealing with inflation that the Fed doesn't want to call inflation, but we're looking at inflationary prices in energy and food. We're looking at inflation for just about everything. All right, but they don't like to call it that, but it is. We're paying more and getting less. That's inflation. Therefore, the value of the dollar, the purchasing power of the dollar, has also declined significantly in the past 50 years. Your dollar only buys you like maybe 10 cents of buying power or less now. So any interest rate, finagling is going to be detrimental, not just to the baby boomers, but to everyone. Again, if you can't put your money anywhere and get a significant return for it, or on the interest, then you're not going to do it. You're going to try to find other avenues to do that with, and those other avenues may or may not be as liquid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like precious metals. They're not as easily liquid as equities or futures or trading forex or even trading cryptos. So some things are just not as liquid. It can be a challenge, even if you don't have your crypto account set up a certain way. That can be a challenge to get your money. So we're just weird times right now where we're looking at a recession, we're looking at negative interest rates, and as it stands, as I'm speaking today, we have we're already in a different kind of recession. We're in a worker or job skills recession. Let me explain what I mean by that. Every employer that I've been talking to, from mom and pop small businesses to large corporations, have been complaining that they can't find workers. All right, now you can
Yeah, I
make
found
an
the same thing.
argument.
We
Yeah,
couldn't get landscaping done. Guy just doesn't have enough guys who are willing to work for him.
see how this is hitting home?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could name you several.
He couldn't.
stories
He could.
like that.
Here's the weird thing. He couldn't find enough immigrants. He could.
Wow.
They apparently something happened and they all left the area for some reason. So in this guy's case, he couldn't find anybody. He just could not find a able-bodied dude to help him.
The cashier at the grocery store, her husband
This is a big
had
business too.
a
This wasn't like
construction
a
business,
this wasn't a guy
drywall.
with a van. This was like a well-established landscaper who's been doing it in this area for 30
Yeah,
years.
I know what you mean. Can't find workers. And now you can make an argument. People will argue, well, of course, no one wants to work those dead-end minimum wage jobs. I'm not talking about the dead-end minimum wage
Yeah,
jobs.
they're not even minimum wage.
I'm talking about the ones that pay
15
more
bucks an hour.
than minimum wage. All right. So let's say minimum wage is $10 an hour. Well, these places offer $15, $20 an hour.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the kind of
talking,
guy I'm talking about.
a more significant type of a job. They can't find people to work that either. Especially, guess what they're saying? I'll tell you what they say the problem is. All right, we know the issue is they can't find workers, but let's break down what the job pool looks like and who they're talking about. You're not going to believe it. All right, here we go. When they say they can't find workers, the first barrier to employment, as we know, is a background check. There are a lot of people that can't get past the background check. That's strike one. Strike two is you got people that can get past the background check, but then they fail at the next barrier, which is drug testing. All right, so they pass the background, but they fail the drug testing. All right, so those two barriers to employment are the biggest issues that employers are facing. Now, let me give you the third one. Here's the third one. The third issue is, okay, so you got a guy or gal that's passed the background, they passed the blood and alcohol screening, but here's where they fail. First day on the job, no call, no show. Or second day on the job, you worked your first day, looked promising. Second day on the job, no call, no show.
Yeah.
And the employer can't get a hold of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and then the person never comes back. They just ghost.
Yeah, and again, we're not talking about people who can't find work. We're talking about employers who can't find workers.
Exactly. So, but people make arguments. Well,
there's something going on in the culture.
No one wants to work at McDonald's or Walmart or Wendy's because they pay minimum wage and they have no benefits. Okay, I hear you on that. I hear you. I'll grant you that if you're an older, more mature adult with a family, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that. But you would think though that the younger worker who just graduated high school would snatch those jobs up because the barrier to entry is a little bit lower, and they have an easier way of getting in because they can pay them less, whatever. But no. Because guess what the mindset is of the young people that are just graduating high school, the 20-somethings. Yeah. Those are the ones that do the no call, no show. Those are the ones that don't want to work. They have like zero work ethic. Now, I know it sounds like I'm painting with a broad brush. There's exceptions here. But as a whole, these new 20-somethings are absolutely awful. They have no work ethic. They take no pride in their work. They show laziness, no lack of incentive, no initiative. It's really, really sad. This is the feedback that I am getting when I talk to people. And I challenge any one of you who doubt what I'm saying. The weekend's coming up. When you go out, whatever, when you go do your shopping, whatever you do, go to Walmart. Find a manager or someone, just pull them to the side and just ask them a few of these questions that I'm talking to you about and see what their answer is. Some of you who like to play the lotto and the lottery, you like to go get your lottery tickets from the liquor store, go to the liquor store and ask them about how employment's been finding people to work. Ask your local gas station. I guarantee you all the places I just named have a big sign up on the glass saying help wanted, inquire within, or go to this website. Everywhere you go that you normally go to get groceries, gas, whatever, they have signs up for help wanted. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I just had to put that out there. I can't stress that enough. And let's move on.
It's interesting. It's not just a economic problem. It's a cultural problem. We have a cultural problem here. We have mass insanity.
We'll say the culture issues for another broadcast.
Yeah. All right, here. So we've got Bitcoin up. We'll look at just a couple things and then we'll get out of here. What you thinking, man? This is doing what you were saying it was going to do. Basically, it's trying to build a floor.
Yep.
It's had a rough couple days, but basically continuing in this same channel.
Yeah, you're in a downtrend channel, but the downtrend part of it is losing steam. Oh, yeah? Kind of leveling out. You're in a sideways consolidation pattern, but you're in here's the complexion. The longer term trend complexion is you're bullish. You're in a bull market, right? The shorter term trend perspective is you're in a bull market retracement. You're retracing off the bull market run highs. However, your momentum has flatlined here, and you have bullish pointers on your weekly chart that are going to act as magnets to pull prices back up once this floor has been put in.
Right.
So that's where you are right now. Now, don't get me wrong. The market can easily make another run and to the downside and put in a new low. Like I said, it can easily do that. There's just no will to do that at this point. You know, there's not a lot of selling pressure here. You can make an argument.
We are in this sort of boring days of the end of summer.
You are. And it seems like every rally is being sold and every sell-off is being bought. That's a consolidation.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We had a request for XTZ. Been waiting patiently on that. Who is that? JC's.
Okay. XTZ is looking interesting. The current complexion of this market is this. You're in a bullish run on the weekly chart. Then you got into a full-blown correction. Now, for right now, the correction has stopped. All right. Now you've put in a floor and the market is trying to gain some upward momentum off of that. The past 3 weeks have been difficult because you've been putting in, new legs down. All right. This week being no different. However, the market looks well supported around this current level. So I would have to say that the market is looking to run up toward the upper resistance in maybe a week or two. So I would be watching for that. And where am I getting my data for this? If you look at your daily chart on the left, you see rampage coming up. And that should act as the floor. The top of the Kumo cloud on your daily chart should act as the new support once the rally gets underway.
Interesting. Cool. All right, GLD.
All right, GLD. Well, unfortunately,
Mr. Smooth.
Unfortunately, you got a gap that has to be dealt with on your weekly chart from the past 2 weeks. You also have major gapage on your daily chart that needs to be contended with. So pullback, like I said, is imminent. You want to see gold pull back and fill these gaps before it rallies further. If it keeps going and doesn't look back, then that means once the rally is over, there's going to be a massive crash. You don't want that. You want this to be the new bull market. You want there to be a story for this. You want gold to pull back right now and fill the gap and then rally back up and just take off like to the moon. If it pulls back sooner rather than later, the breakout rally will last longer and be stronger. So remember that. If it fails to do that and just keeps climbing, then it's gonna be a sucker's rally. And when the parabolic breakout is over, the crash will be just as massive, if not more, than the leg up rally.
Okay, we have a request from Jeffrey Dahmer. For some reason, this is not in my list. I'm kind of surprised. So
what is it? XLM? I think that is
XLM
on the sheet.
Yeah, I'm just talking about my list here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. We'll do it against the dollar. Here we go. Added and
all right. So
there we go.
This one is still
under the Kumo cloud on both.
Yeah, you're
brutal.
in a bear market, and the trend is still bearish. The trend has not stopped. You're not in a correction off the lows. So therefore, we must say we don't have the lows yet, or we have not seen the lows yet. So this one is still. Pull up that big one. The daily chart for me real quick. Maybe I can make my screen bigger. Hold on.
Here, hold on. I'll go big on it. The daily?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted?
Not big.
Oh, you want to get close?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, see where the market tried to end the run, and then it ended up putting in another leg down. So the rallies keep getting sold in this one. It's a wash, rinse, repeat. So until the cycle breaks, I see another leg down coming soon in the next 3 to 5 days, possibly.
Okay. All right. Then we had a request for XRP, and then we're going to have to jet. Let's see here, XRP USD, and I'll go. There you go.
All right, this is XRP.
This is Ripple, right?
Yeah.
I always forget that I get the X ones confused. I remembered it was Ripple because of the boot, the Italy boot.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, right.
It's such a pronounced Italy boot in the
Yeah.
Oh, but look at that! It's
yeah. This one is still bearish, and we haven't
Big
seen
time.
the bottom yet. Haven't seen the bottom yet.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
I think this one is going to accelerate to the downside even more. I know you have a bullish pointer on the daily chart. So once the market does try to run up, it may succeed.
Yeah.
But once you get there, though, because you're at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, I think that the next rally, big rally, will be sold also.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the next severe leg down after this one finishes.
Right.
So, yeah, you're in a bear market.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks. Thanks so much for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is PulseWave Surfers. We do this Tuesdays and Thursdays. At least we will be doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tomorrow, we've got a few things going on. First, on Rogue News, 10:30, I'm interviewing Harley Schlanger, filling in for V while he's on vacation. And then 1 p.m., right here, PulseWave Trading live trading education. And you could register for that. There's a link in the description. Go to our live education events and check it out. All right. Thank you, Dex. Thank you, viewers and commenters. We love you, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.